just wanted to let you know, jail's not that bad. It sucks, but it's not the worst thing ever. So don't fret if that. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, it's not that bad.
Good to know.
Sam?
For crypto.
It is a crypto winter, right? We've been through this before. We're unfortunately going through it again, and we may have to go through one in the future. Speaking of Voyager and things like that, at the moment, what you're going to see in this crypto winter will be more regulation and certainly some consolidation within the industry. We've seen time and again bad actors get called out, weeded out of the ecosystem, and crypto emerges more resilient and even stronger each time we see these types of events.
And you expect that to play out the same way?
I do. I've been in crypto for 9 years. I've been through all kinds of cycles, and I've never been more confident or optimistic that crypto as an asset class is here to stay.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Grayscale CEO on CNBC. Speaking about regulation, and also, guys, we know we're going to have consolidation in the space. And we know regulation is right around the corner, but it's going to be global. We have several Bitcoin ETFs globally, and that's the reason why I don't see Bitcoin tanking. Yes, it's going to move down lower, but there's enough institutional money inside of Bitcoin. But we know Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks are definitely going to move lower. And since the Bankman has moved out of the spotlight, everybody's attacking CZ and Binance. Remember, Binance has over 600 assets on the exchange, and it's not by chance that Binance is the largest exchange and it's over in the emerging markets. And guys, we know the United States has been held back on purpose because the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse, will start in the East. Now we have the Bankman coming back to the United States, and most likely he's going to get bail and be free to go behind the curtain. 95% of the money lost was overseas, and you didn't see not one country trying to press charges. And there was no reason for the United States to extradite him from Bahamas when Bahamas should have been the one pressing the charges. The same way the bankruptcy should have not have been filed in the United States. It should have stayed in the Bahamas. But when you have the NWO's hidden hand to help you out, and guys, already connected the dots. The Bankman was working on the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Anytime there's support levels, and we've seen a lot of support levels for Bitcoin in particular, new ones have been set. Is there a level where you would worry about most firms and their ability to just stay in business? What would that level be? Could it go back to 6,000?
Crypto could certainly go lower from here, absolutely.
Bitcoin could.
But it's important to know that it depends on the kind of firm you're talking about. Firms that may have liabilities, large outstanding loans, what we've seen as of this crypto winter is a lot of firms employing way too much leverage, and that obviously got them into some bad scenarios that ultimately led to their demise. So I really think it depends on what the business model is and whether they're employing
leverage or not. Did you see CZ? Did you watch our interview last week?
I did not, actually.
Oh, that would have been one maybe to watch. You watched it, right? Do you think, he could get an auditor. We asked him about an auditor, and he said, well, crypto's too hard to understand.
For auditors,
for auditors, Deloitte, Coinbase has an auditor, and they said, we're much bigger than Coinbase. Well, what's that got to do with it? Do you have, when you watch CZ, what is your...
That interview was not his shining moment. And that's happening to a lot of these crypto execs. I think maybe they should do a little bit less TV. But look, Binance has been a great company. It is not easy to get an auditor. That is true in crypto. It's not easy. Auditors require things like very clear controls and processes and a very clear ownership structure of your company.
That doesn't make me feel better if I've got money.
But those are the facts. Unless you've established those things, it's not terribly easy to get an audit.
But if that's the interview was about, I mean, for us, we've had audited financials of our investment products, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We offer, now 17 digital asset products. Those have all been audited going all the way back to 2013, 2014. So I reject the premise that it's hard to get audited financials done. Not to mention, we also have become SEC
Well, what does that say
companies.
about Binance? And FTX used to would come in and help out for, it was all over the place. Now Binance buying, sort of bailing out Voyager. Is it going to have a different ending this time, a better ending, much better?
My perspective is that of U.S.-based businesses that are complying with U.S.-based securities rules, financial regulations. So it'd be tough to say what that would look like outside the U.S.
More on this whole story, David. Where are we headed, and where is SBF headed?
Well, over the weekend, a Wall Street Journal report shared with us that from the Bahamas that Bankman-Fried was going to waive his objection to being extradited to the U.S., where he faces criminal charges, including 8 counts of fraud. In a Bahamian court today, that appeared less certain, at least according to one of SBF's lawyers, who was surprised to see his client in court. While it remains to be seen whether Bankman-Fried will agree to extradition, legal sources familiar with the case tell us that Bankman-Fried may choose to waive extradition because he stands a better chance of getting bail in the U.S. federal court. If brought to the U.S., his case has been assigned to U.S. District Judge Ronnie Abrams, a former federal prosecutor in Manhattan. That's as much as we know as of now.
We're going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York. From COVID 33. Part 3, King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.